Have you ever tried a popular biohacking protocol that worked amazingly for someone else and it did absolutely nothing for you? Or worse, it made you feel more tired, more bloated, and more anxious. You copied the supplements, you copied the diet, you copied the routine. And when it didn't work, you assumed that the problem was you. But here's the truth that most people never hear. The issue isn't discipline. The issue isn't consistency. The issue is that it wasn't for your biochemistry. And today, I'm going to explain exactly why. I want to illustrate this a little bit by talking about a testimony for someone I've been working with, one of my old colleagues. Before she started working with me and before she started aligning her nutrition to her unique biochemistry, her lab results were a huge red flag. She was headed for dialysis, she had heart conditions, and she was very scared and super frustrated because she didn't know which way to go. But once we personalized her nutrition, her markers improved dramatically. Her doctor, who was once worried, is now praising her progress. It isn't about luck. It's about working with your biology instead of against it. She wasn't working harder. She was working smarter, and she was aligning her body to what was supposed to be her inputs. Her success is proof that when you match your inputs to your unique body, everything changes. Most wellness advice that you're going to get assumes that your body works the same way as the person giving the advice. That's the furthest from the truth. And biologically, that's not how humans work. Your body is shaped by thousands of internal variables: genetics, metabolism, digestion, stress response, nutrient needs. Today, I want to break down 3 major biochemical factors that make you completely different from the next person. As a biologist myself, I have used my own body as the guinea pig to see that specific things and biomarkers actually work. And with those things being a success on myself as a blood type O, which is about 50% of the population of the world, I am able to give that direct advice as it working with me. I am the result and the product of the specific work that I have been studying for all these years. My friend and my colleague, she is a specific testimony for me for blood type A. So I do speak a lot about blood type dieting, but I also use it only as a baseline. I do not believe that it is the whole approach to how you are supposed to eat, because we have so many other factors that are going to be considered in this approach as well. So stick with me. I'm going to talk to you about the baseline for things and then the other factors that also come into play. So if you know your blood type, remember that's only going to be your baseline in your very beginning, okay? Let's look at genetics first. This doesn't mean that your genes are actually your destiny. They aren't always. Sometimes there's external factors as well, but it does mean that they influence how your body is going to respond to certain foods, supplements, and stress. Some people break down fats efficiently and others struggle. That's where you get into that biochemistry. Some people detox caffeine really quickly from their body and others hold on to it for hours. They get anxiety, poor sleep, and adrenal stress. And that would be like the type O's like myself. I don't do very well with caffeine. I'm very sensitive to it. Some people convert nutrients like folate, B12, vitamin D very easily, and others don't. No matter how much they're going to supplement these things, they don't always work internally the way they would with the next person. So when someone says this supplement changed my life, what they're really saying is it worked for their genetic wiring. It doesn't mean that it's going to work for yours. So let's look at metabolic type differences as well. The second factor is your metabolic type, and this is a really big one. Not everyone is going to run well on the same fuel. And that's not just food that we're talking about. That's considering supplements. That's considering, the nutrients we've talked about and minerals too. External factors as well. Some people thrive on higher fat and protein, like a type O would do that. But type A would never be able to thrive on that. Others feel sluggish, inflamed, or constipated on that same approach. Your stomach acid is not always going to be the same as the next person's. Every single blood type has a different acidic stomach, and it's designed for your specific inputs. Some people do well with carbohydrates, like a blood type A. Others experience blood sugar crashes, fatigue, and cravings. Your metabolism determines these things: how quickly you're going to burn fuel, how stable your blood sugar is, how your nervous system responds to fasting. This is why intermittent fasting feels empowering for one person and completely destabilizing for another, especially women. Same exact tool, but a different metabolism. Your nutrient absorption and your gut function are also 2 other things we have to look at. This is our third factor, nutrient absorption, something almost no one talks about. You can eat the perfect diet that seems completely as we want to call it, healthy, right? But if your gut can't break it down or absorb it or utilize it properly, your cells never see the benefit. Stomach acid levels are different for your different blood types. Enzyme output, gut lining integrity, microbiome balance. And all of those matters. If your stomach acid levels, enzyme output, gut lining integrity, and your microbiome balance is off, they've all been compromised. We have to start at that baseline to where we can get those repaired before you can even get the proper nutrient absorption from the foods that are built for your biochemistry and all of the nutrients that you're supposed to absorb. So your enzyme output, your gut lining integrity, your stomach acid levels, and your microbiome balance, these all determine whether food becomes fuel or becomes stress. This is why two people can eat the same exact meal and one feels energized while the other feels bloated and exhausted. It's not the food alone by itself. It's how your body handles it. Let's talk about keto, because it's one of the most polarizing examples. Keto can be powerful for certain people, especially those with insulin resistance, neurological inflammation, or specific metabolic profiles. But for others, keto suppresses thyroid function, raises your cortisol, disrupts hormones, worsens digestion, and leads to fatigue instead of clarity. That would be like your blood type A. Blood type O will thrive on keto. But blood type A is not designed for that, and you can have so many nutrient crashes at that point. And yet when it fails, people don't question the protocol. They question themselves. That's the mistake that you're making. Your body isn't broken. It's just not designed to thrive on someone else's blueprint. The solution isn't finding the best diet. The solution is finding the right inputs for your biology. Personalized approaches work because they honor these things: your metabolic type, your genetic tendencies, your digestion and absorption capacity, your stress response, and your hormonal rhythm. When food aligns with your biochemistry, your body stops fighting back. It actually aligns. Your energy stabilizes, cravings get quiet and go away. Brain fog lifts, you get the clarity you're looking for, not because you tried harder, but because you finally stopped forcing your body to become someone else's. If this resonates with you, comment the word biochemistry below. I'll break down how to start discovering your unique metabolic type so you can stop copying protocols and start working with your body instead of against it. Make sure you're subscribed, because this channel is all about personalized nutrition, not trends, not fads, not a one-size-fits-all advice. Your biology holds the answers. You just have to learn how to read it.